Probably 3.5 years ago, I started to get real bad back pain, and they found a 10 centimeter tumor in my chest. And it turns out the tumor is it's a real rare type of tumor, but we think it's caused from a massive shoulder injury I had through sport. I lost 2 ribs, half my voice box, and half my lung. The tumor that they took from my body was 2.2 kilos and 22 centimeters. Everything has improved since the grounding experience. I would go as far to say that this mat has been the biggest pivot or shift in my life in the last 2 years. So 33, I've always sort of surfed and skated at a pretty high level. Really sort of valued more so holistic health through injury, fixing yourself with diet, the mind, saunering, ice baths, cold and hot water therapy, all that sort of thing, compounds in the body. I was flown to Melbourne and there was a surgeon brought over from Canada because there was nobody in this country able to perform the severity of surgery that they did on me. I lost 2 ribs, half my voice box, and half my lung. The tumor that they took from my body was 2.2 kilos and 22 centimeters. I definitely knew about it, about how important it was. I've sort of, especially being a surfer, I've never been somebody that believes in shoes unless you need them. And I actually push that onto my kids. We don't wear shoes down the beach. We don't wear shoes outside. We don't wear shoes down the shops. We don't wear shoes anywhere, And that's part of that. But I've never heard of anything like your product where you're almost susceptible to, like super sane amounts of this natural sort of phenomenon, I guess. Actually, just before I got your product, I went out and spent like $4,000 on a sauna, and I was really throwing everything at this sleep thing because for me, I was like, one thing I've learned is if I want to come back from this a second time, but without using surgical intervention or any sort of pharmaceutical chemotherapy or anything like that, I need to sleep, right? I'm just not gonna get through this without sleep. That's where your body does all its healing. So yeah, I just started throwing money at whatever I could to fix this sleep thing primarily, and then I can build off that. I really do believe in grounding. It's something I've done my entire life. Like if life gets hectic, I often run off to the forest and I'll spend like 2 days in the bush, bare feet. Sounds weird. I believe it works. Probably 3.5 years ago, I started to get real bad back pain, and they found a 10 centimeter tumor in my chest. And it turns out the tumor is it's a real rare type of tumor, but we think it's caused from a massive shoulder injury I had through sport. Tumor's not cancerous, can never go cancerous. It's nothing like cancer. It's basically just a mass of muscle where my shoulder actually thinks something's wrong with it, and it's trying to build another shoulder inside my shoulder, basically. So damage is being caused somewhere at a cellular level, which we're sort of going through the motions now. I'm trying not to use sort of really any sort of modern day medicine or pharmaceutical type style band-aid work to get to the bottom of it, because it's come back. I had it surgically removed. The first night I slept on it, I noticed straight away that my sleep was better. I've been waking up maybe at my worst twice an hour, and I'd have to get up. I've got like a little foam roller and like a little ball, and I do this little 5-minute routine. I've got a really good natural magnesium cream. Do like a 5-minute routine that would get me back into bed for hopefully another hour. And it's been like that for probably 2 years. And this is like diet did nothing, quitting alcohol did nothing. I don't smoke, my health's impeccable. I had massive surgery where, I lost a couple ribs, I lost my voice, I had to learn to talk again, all that sort of stuff, walk again. So yeah, there was really nothing that was working. And then I say within 2 or 3 days, I start sleeping through the night. And I'm like, this can't be legitimate, And I'm only sleeping through the night because I'm not in pain. Like, I don't wake up because I can't sleep. I wake up because I'm in pain. So I wake up, I'm in pain. 5-minute routine gets me out of pain, straight back to sleep. I fall asleep like that. I sleep great while I'm asleep, and then I just wake up from pain. So this mat's killed my pain in like 3 days. And I'm like, man, this has got to be too good to be true. straight away my mood's changed. For me, it was like a dream. I haven't slept for like 5 years, mate. So yeah, my overall mood and outlook and perception and yeah, strength, physically, mentally, everything has improved since the grounding experience. I don't have any more physical pain. Like since grounding in a 3.5, 4 week period, it's completely killed it. Nah, not at all. I'm like so familiar with all that sort of technology behind it and what it is. A few people have gone to me like, "What about if you drop water on your bed and it's plugged in?" And I'm like, "No, it's an earth. It's not. It's not electrified." Especially for the older generation, like say our parents. And I said, this is a great way to get our parents into something that's not invasive. It requires no extra effort. They don't feel like they're being inconvenienced, but they are going to see a massive impact, which then gives you a building block to start implementing smaller and smaller changes for them to heal. It owes you nothing. It's not going to change your day to day. You have to do nothing except get into bed like you normally do, and you'll get great results from that. Why wouldn't you? You know, as an athlete and as a holistic health enthusiast, so to speak, this is the only thing I've ever done that you don't need to work hard to do. Like it almost doesn't make sense to my sort of moral set or code that I live by. Is like if you want results, you work hard. Yeah. This is probably I would go as far to say that this mat has been the biggest pivot or shift in my life in the last 2 years.